Global Transformation Astrology, GTA, with William Stickevers.
Now we are approaching what? ChatGPT5. So what's happening now is we saw last year, ChatGPT 3.5 was upgraded to ChatGPT 4, and they integrated the ChatGPT 4 into the robots. This is the beginning where we see the first AI robot entering the workforce, May 22nd, 2023. And we see Jupiter here, still not quite conjuncting Uranus, but you see it's now in the same sign as Uranus, making its approach. So OpenAI supporting robotics from the X1, Tesla technology, deploying the AI-empowered humanoid robots in real-world applications. So this is the beginning, folks. This is the beginning. This is not going to slow down. So we're seeing now the development of general purpose humanoids that aim to make positive impact on humanity. So you see, this is the latest development, the developing general purpose humanoid robotics powered by artificial intelligence. And you can see this is the first one. This is actually a 2024 model. Now, remember, it's not Jupiter Uranus yet. It is Jupiter Uranus in the sense that it just was deployed. This is the latest model by Tesla, and this is using ChatGPT-4. The ChatGPT-5 will be designed for robots. I mean, it will be much smarter. You know, this robot has 160 IQ. What is your IQ, right? It has 160. And it will soon be a 1600 IQ. And not only will it have a 1600 IQ, it'll be able to interface with the operating system. So the language, it'll have a language processing unit along with a CPU or a central processing unit. It'll have different types of processing units within the robotic brain, where the ChatGPT-5 will act as like the soul, where the soul is interacting with the computer brain, which is the hardware, which will power the robot. And so that robot will learn, and as that robot learns, it will inform the other robot. In other words, as this experiences something, an error or a change, all the other robots will learn because it's a constant. So it's not like one robot has to tell the other robot, hey, there's a better way to do this, so don't make that mistake that I made. So this is what we have to think about. Now, the reason we know this is all going to happen mathematically is, again, I keep showing this, but it's very important that you go all the way back to the time of the first Jupiter-Uranus alignment, and you run the mathematical function using the exponential function that is used in nature. Then it's not a question or a matter of if, but when, and not a matter of what year, but what month. So there is consensus now that AGI is within reach, and it's a question of how soon. So the latest now is 2025. I'm predicting it's going to happen this year, and this is not too far off. Now, we may see the first, true AGI robot come out, but you're not going to see it driving. You're not going to be able to hire it. You're not going to be able to rent one or buy one to drive you, all around or give you security services or walk your dog yet. But you have to understand, when the Model T Ford came out in 1914, how many people had a Model T Ford that year? It came out in 1914. Right? It had a transmission, it had brakes, it had everything a car has today, gasoline powered, etc. But how many people had it? No, they didn't have it. They saw maybe they probably saw it, they read about it in the paper, or maybe someone very wealthy they knew, if they lived in New York City, happened to drive one around. But otherwise, it was there. It just wasn't common yet. But how long did it take before everyone had a Model T Ford? Did it take 30 years? 20 years, 10 years, take a guess. It happened pretty fast. So we're looking here, if we use the exponential function, and remember, if you go to 2024, I can't stop this at 2024, but it just shows you like we're filling up the lake very quickly. Only a few drops, and then boom, we're like right here. So by 2025, it'll be like the talk will be, the robots are coming into the workforce, and everyone, my boss just told me we have to use the AI. We got to start working with the AI. We're going to get training in the AI that's going to facilitate and help us. We're going to see this happen profusely everywhere. So the other big thing I talked about, and again, to emphasize, is the cognitive enhanced autonomous robots. So we're going to witness a significant breakthrough this year in the coming weeks ahead, where we see a breakthrough in cognitive enhanced autonomous robots. And this is going to involve the merging of a hybrid cognitive architecture with advanced robotic systems. So now, if you don't think Elon Musk isn't working on this, anyone who achieves this is going to go down in history as this is equivalent to going from the atom bomb, which was ChatGPT, to the hydrogen bomb. So a hydrogen bomb can take out all of London, actually all of London and everything within 100 miles, or, like all of New York City and all 5 boroughs and Nassau County and parts of northern New Jersey completely, right? So if an atom bomb could take out southern Manhattan, a hydrogen bomb is that much more powerful. That's why when they came out with the hydrogen bomb back in the 50s, basically that was a world killer device, meaning if you had enough of them, you could destroy the world. The atom bomb, not so much. The atom bomb, as we know today, is what we deploy in tactical nuclear weapons, right? You want to take out an approaching military formation, use a tactical nuclear weapon, which is the type of bomb they use in Nagasaki, Hiroshima. But a hydrogen bomb is a whole different story. So this, what we're seeing here, is the equivalent of going from ChatGPT, right? An atomic bomb to a hydrogen bomb. And this is the power it's going to have. It's going to result in robots that possess human-like cognitive capabilities that can operate autonomously in complex environments. So do you not think he's going to have a robot on his next, instead of putting humans in his next Tesla rocket that's going to go to the moon, he's going to first put the robots in there to make sure if the rocket blows up or something goes wrong, we don't lose the astronauts, meaning they're going to have humanoid type of robots that will assist us, and that the Tesla rocket will also be artificially intelligent. So this is the thing we have to think about here, that everything is, at the day of a device that's pretty much a dumb device. It may have chips in it. It may talk to the internet, but it's pretty much a dumb device. It's sort of like, when was the last day before the first car came out? Think about that. There was a world that our grandparents or great-grandparents lived in, like my grandfather, when there were no cars. There was just horse and carriage. And then at an early age, let's say when he was 8 years old, bang, there was cars everywhere, right? So there was a day. So this is like, we're in the last tail end of an era where AI is something from a movie, right? That doesn't really exist. We have simulations of it with Alexa, but Alexa's pretty much dumb. And then everything shifts, and it shifts in a very big way.
To watch the full presentation and more like this on geopolitics, the economy, and world events from an archetypal and mundane astrological perspective, join the Global Transformation Astrology membership. Go to gta.williamstickevers.com. Become a GTA member today.